Frankly, what I'm going to teach you in this video is quite boring. But if you want to consistently win money at the live low-stakes poker tables, then you need to do this. One of my students implemented this in his game, and his win rate went from -$2 per hour to over $15 per hour. And I make more than $2,000 per month with this, even though these days I only play poker part-time. In the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you what this boring thing is and what you have to do to achieve similar results. My name is Andreas Wagner. I'm a live low-stakes poker player and coach based in London. And I'm usually the most boring player at the table, but also the one with one of the highest win rates in my games. Just the other day, someone had a go at me at the poker table. Here's what happened. I was playing in a 1-2 live game in London. The player under the gun limped. The next player to act limped behind. The low jack limped as well. The high jack limped. The cutoff limped. And the button limped. I was in the small blind with king 7 offsuit, and I folded. The guy next to me couldn't believe it. He said he would complete the small blind with any 2 cards in that spot. Everyone at the table nodded in accordance. They must have thought I'm a complete idiot for folding if all I had to do was flick in that 1 extra pound. I didn't care to explain my reasoning to them. I let them believe that I'm a total nit. That's fine with me. The argument in such a sport normally goes like this. The implied odds goes through the roof. You only have to call 1 pound to win 15. Well, because of the rake, this is already not true. In some casinos in California, they take almost half of this as a drop, so you call it 1 to win 7. In my games, the rake is much lower for such a small pot, but still. Also, you're out of position with a terrible hand, and you're up against 7 players. This is like playing bingo with a handicap. This hand was only one example, but there are so many others. In the past, I would try to see flops with all sorts of hands. I would limp behind on the button with 7-5 suited. I would even call an early position bet with that hand in the hope to hit a disguised straight. But I was hemorrhaging money without even noticing it. These days, in loose splashy games, I just fold, fold, fold. Everyone thinks I'm a nit, and that is totally okay. You might have heard that playing a loose aggressive style is the best way to make a lot of money in poker. That is true, but only under 2 conditions. Either the table is full of nits who see monsters under the bed, then you can just run them over. You raise with a wide range, re-raise them, and barrel post-flop. Or, and this is the second condition, if you are incredibly skilled and miles better than everyone else. Basically, if you're Phil Ivey, Daniel Negreanu, or Stephen Chidwick. If you're one of them, great. Stop watching this video and go crushing. But if not, keep on watching. And if you play live low-stakes poker, my guess is also that your games are not full of tight players who see monsters under the bed and fold when you raise pre-flop. So as I said, it's boring, but playing super tight wins the money in live low-stakes games. There are 3 main reasons why. Number 1, poker is a reactive game. Unlike in football or basketball, where the better team takes the initiative, in poker, the weaker players decide on the course of action. The better players have to react and pretty much do the opposite of what the weaker players are doing. So if the majority of players are loose and splashy, you have to be tight and aggressive when you enter a pot. And reason number 2 is rake. Especially at lower stakes, this is an important consideration that a lot of players miss. If we play a looser style, we have to overcome the higher rake by winning even more. This is because we will be involved in more pots, so we automatically have to pay more rake. If, for example, we have a win rate of $20 per hour before rake is taken out and we pay $10 in rake, then our net win rate would be $10 per hour. If we now play a looser style and we pay $20 per hour in rake instead of $10, then we need to make $30 an hour before rake just to earn the same net $10 per hour. So if we want to play looser to earn more money, we have to make more than $30 per hour before rake. And the third reason is variance. Variance in poker is extremely high anyway, but if you play more hands, more weaker hands, then that variance will be even higher. You will win bigger pots, but you will also lose bigger pots. In theory, this is not necessarily negative, but for many players this is hard to accept. We humans are not made to embrace variance. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather win consistent money with lower variance than the same or even less money with higher variance. Okay, so playing tight is the right style, but you might be asking,
how tight should we actually play?
That is a very good question. I'm not suggesting that you should become an ultra nit who just waits for aces and kings and doesn't put any money in post-flop unless he has a set. I suggest you play a classic tight aggressive style where you open the recommended ranges in GTO Wizard. You can check them out for free by registering with the link in the description below. But more importantly, if you want to know exactly how to beat really splashy loose games, then this 1 hour free masterclass here is just the one for you.